the one more example. For this person born in 1965, so a bit old already lah. 55 coming to 60 plus years old. Okay, let's analyze this person's character basing on what is being reflected over here. We have the E person character. So in this case, if we base on the E, one is over here, one is over here. Stage one and stage two. So here is one, here is two. So if you notice, somebody has mentioned that this is a Fanyin chart. So what does a Fanyin chart mean? Fanyin chart means this person will have a character of box 3 and box 7 repeatedly. So in this case, just be aware that if a person got Fanyin chart, there is no such thing as stage 1 or stage 2 anymore. They will have 3 and 7 character regardless of which stage. That means from baby all the way until the person, 70, 80 years old, they will have this kind of character. So that is to say that this person is a little bit like emptiness. That means they cannot make decision also. They also change their mind very often. So in this case, a bit tricky. Okay, so if you were to analyze this person, we will have a open door character. Open door means super extrovert lah. Very open to new ideas. And then we have darkness, very secretive. When they do things, they don't tell people one. Then we also got a destroyer lah. So I think most of you should understand what a destroyer means. They may be a pillar, or maybe they just like to destroy a lot of things. They like to do different things. Okay. So they like to create babies. Not those kind of literal babies. That means they like to do projects that are new so that they can go through the process of creating something from nothing into something. But after that, when they created something already, they will not want to continue with that particular thing because they find it a bit boring. So there's a cycle. They do already, they let go. They do already, let go. So the cycle will go on and on. It- That's why the destroyer kind of have this kind of same energy. Then after that, they will flip to obstruct door. Obstruct door means introvert. Just now was extrovert, now is introvert. So keep to themselves, like to be alone, don't like to socialize, don't like to do networking. So ask them for coffee, they will always have problem. Don't want to come out. Nine Earth, grounded person, very honest, very hardworking person. And then impulse, somebody who is very impulsive, do things, although pretty introvert, but when they want to decide on certain things, they will say, okay, let's do it. So in this case, this let's do it mindset, conflicting with the Fanyin character. Fanyin character always change your mind, They cannot really make decision. So in a way, impulsive decision making kind of help a little bit, from the angle. So they can make decision one. It's just that their decision are very impulsive decisions. So a mixture of cannot make decision and very fast make decision. Depending on where they are. Let's say if they're in box number 7, they'll be very impulsive. If they're in box number 3, they will not be impulsive. They will be undecisive. So you can see their character also. Okay, so sometimes in box number 3, they are in palace of wood character. Then box number 7 is metal character. So in this case, when you see such kind of combination, very challenging already. Why I say very challenging? It will be challenging for everything in his life. Okay, why? Just imagine okay, this person has an open door and obstruct door. Just based on these two symbols, I can tell a whole story about how their life is going to be already. Okay, for example, let's say open door, very extrovert, right? Very open to new ideas. Everything in the office, for example, they work for people. Whatever the boss tell them to do, say yes, 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 okay, can handle it, no problem. But after that, when boss seven comes in, he become not very open to the boss's idea. Always said no. Always want to shift away and move away from things. All the responsibility that comes in, he will just don't want to take it. So drastic change of character. So in this aspect, if you are the boss, do you think that this person is reliable and consistent? Not really. So people who are funding people, they will give people that kind of perception. Although they can be hardworking, but other people's perception will be different because they think that the person over here it is sometime can do, sometime cannot do. So open door. Imagine if you're a salesperson, you all every time go out, go for sales. But let's say if you're obstruct door person, then you keep quiet at home, in the office and don't want to go out already. So then your boss asks you, hey, so you should go and look for customer, what. But being an obstruct door, you prefer to stay in office and then it become a challenge. You have double character and people will think that you're not consistent. And this kind of energy will also imply on anything else. That means the character of the person is already permanently marked like that. Let's say if this person have the doing a business, so open door, so you open up new opportunity, you create new business, you create more sales, more customer come to you, no problem because when you're open door, fine. But let's say if you obstruct door, customer want to talk to you, you don't want to talk to them. They want to have a meeting with you, you always avoid and avoid and avoid. So how to do business like that? Difficult, right? So that's where the Fanyin character pose a challenge in their life door. Then how about relationship? Open door, nice what? You have a open relationship. That means you have a lot of what? A lot of boyfriend or girlfriend, depending on your gender. Open relationship because every guy come in, you open yourself to have dinner with them, to have coffee with them, to have a relationship with them. But after that, when you go back into obstruct door, you become very introvert already. What? People ask you to go out, don't want. Ask you for a date, don't want. Then how? Become like that, lor. So extreme character, I mean, it's not the worst extreme, but still pretty challenging. So people who have this kind of character, just be a bit more mindful is that you have this kind of situation and you have to be very selective on how you behave. That means if you know that you're in obstruct door, that means being introvert, is it going to benefit you in this situation? If it's not, but then you better flip back to open door, become more open-minded, more extrovert, talk to more people. Then it will be better, depending on which one is more beneficial. Sometimes being obstructor can be beneficial also, depending on the situation. Okay, we have a couple of questions. Venice asks, in terms of fickle-mindedness, the effect of emptiness will be less than funny, right? It will help. Let's say, for example, in the stage two itself, box number seven, stage two, the emptiness, because of that, it will push back to box number three. So in the later years, 40 plus years old, most of the time, I would say 70% of time will be on inside this open door. But it will still flip back because 反应嘛. KS Lim asks, can we decide which palace to use in Fanyin chart? Of course we can use what. So it's a matter of choice, isn't it? So for example, let's say if you're working for people and you're doing sales, And at that moment, you felt that you are already this abstract door now. You feel that I don't want to go to see customer. Lah. But when your boss tell you, hey, this particular customer you have to see, you cannot say no. That I have to go. Then you say this deal is $1 million deal. If you don't go, company is going to lose money and you'll become out of job. Are you going to do? You have to do what? So it's a matter of your own choice of decision to do or not to do. Because potentially you already got this open door. You can do one. Question is whether you want to do. It's a matter of the universal energy tell you today, that this moment, this hour, I want to become an obstructor. I choose to be. I feel very comfortable. Even if you feel don't comfortable, can you really flip back to the original character? You can if you choose to be. Okay, it's a matter of choice. And of course, such kind of thing is it's a breakthrough. Why I said breakthrough is just based on box number 3 and box number 7. We know that this person is open door and obstruct door character. So introvert, extrovert, extrovert. Can we actually make this person to become an injury door person? That means injury door being sarcastic. Can or not? Can. We can. That means, technically speaking, the chart is still a chart, right? If you want to behave like a specific character, we can behave like a specific character basing on whether we want to be. We will not be comfortable with it, but we can. Okay, it's a matter of a choice. That means human being have the ability to do whatever character over here if we choose to be. You see, so now it become a light bulb situation. So that means whatever chart that we have, is permanently marked over there. But we are still able to change to a specific character that might be beneficial for us, in terms of situation. So that gives us a good turning point to make things work. Sometimes that to make things very, very interesting. So even though you may have a very specific character, let's say if you have a deaf dog character, means somebody very stubborn, can you choose to be flexible enough? Can you choose to accept other ideas? You can. But originally, when everything goes back to normal, you go back into the deaf dog character. So it's a matter of going back into the original state. So everybody have their own original state to be. Okay. Shall we ask, can the character shows a person frequently complain or like to criticize? Yeah, we can. I mean, especially for injury dog person, they are very sarcastic one. Small thing, they will just criticize. And then even talk about fearless small thing also, they'll get angry. So when the person get angry, if the combination of with injury dog person, then they will be very, bombastic. And Dispute door person can means this person pretty much like to do argue with people. So maybe not just about criticizing, but not just complaining, but they want to win. Whatever thing that people comment, they like to win. So they will argue and argue until the other party will agree with them. So it's something we have to be aware of. Everything that we have in our days time is our original character. Whatever that we will behave that character. And in our perspective, whatever that we behave is considered to be normal. That means we believe that, okay, we are destroyer, we are normal. We are open door, we are normal. Everything that we have is considered normal. But in the eyes of other people, they will think that, why are you behaving this way? So weird. So in this context, we have to see from both angles. When we are in this kind of behavior, we think that it's okay one. But other people will think not okay. Then how? When we think of other people, it means when we interact with other people, we also must understand whatever they behave, it is how they should behave. So in their eyes, they are okay one. They will never think that they are wrong. This one is a light bulb. That means once you understand this, angle of looking at things. Next time when you communicate with people, whatever thing that they do that's perceived to be wrong, you'll be able to understand them why they do it. Because they behave what they're supposed to be behaving. Sometimes people can be very argumentative. You don't like to hear what they say, but they are just behaving as per what they're supposed to behave. To them, it's normal. Can be criticizing, being bombastic. You don't like to hear it. But when they behave this way, it's normal. They just want to be direct. That's all. Okay, so the anger, very different one. So as long as you understand this equation, next time when you communicate with other people, you see that, oh, easier to communicate with you because they just behave basing on what they're supposed to behave. And whatever that you behave is supposed to be what you behave. So what? No right, no wrong. So the question is, you choose to be friend with them or not. It's always a choice, man. Human choice. Okay, anyhow, going back into this particular box, number three, open door. Open door is job. Okay, this job itself is destroyer. Any job that you go to will be destroyed. Any job. 6 months, 1 year down the road. So which means that you have to become the pillar of the company. You become the very important person of the company. Then you'll be able to stay in the company for a long, long time. So I have a case whereby one person, one of the student, she has a destroyer in the in this day stamp. She's stayed in the company for 20 years. Then I asked her, how come you stay in the company for 20 years? Because she is the most important person in the company. Why? Because when the company first started off, she and her boss together only. So can I say, without her, the company cannot survive in a way lah. So she continued to be in the company and become the most important person of the department. Now company expanded to over about 100 people already after 20 years. Then she is the head of the department. At the same time, she's also the person that sees the company from zero into something. So in the eyes of the boss, she's also very important. So in this case, a destroyer person can stay in the company if they are very important. Okay. So in this case, let's say for people who have a destroyer in yourself or in your open door, then you have to think, at this point of time, your job, are you an important person in your job? If not, I would say that there's a very high chance that you will move on to another company. You will quit, or maybe the company will ask you to quit, whichever lah. There's a reason for you to move from one company to another company one. Okay. Kirsten asks, can we say that this person's life revolve around work? Not necessarily always true. Always remember that this open door stands for job, right? This is very theory. Open door also stands for opportunity, what, isn't it? So I can also say that every time this person with an opportunity, they will be destroyed also. That means any new things that come in, the opportunity will be destroyed. So any new things come in will not be successful. I have a new opportunity to launch into this product, this business. Okay, new opportunity to go into this particular club to contribute, or maybe to volunteer to do certain things. You see, opportunity is not always about money. It can be anything. So any opportunity comes in, open door will lead to a destroyer. You will not be successful in any opportunity. So which means that in any opportunity, if you are not the pillar of this opportunity, forget it. You'll waste your time. Okay? So this destroyer can be very potent. All right, so that's for open door. Let's look at the live door. Live door is business. Business over here. Okay, this combination is a mixture of good and bad. Live door, business. Leader. Leader got business. Leader means got nobleman, got people help you. And because of that, there will be a lot of supporter that give you the business. So technically speaking, it is a good thing. Box number nine is also level three in terms of business. So this we're talking about $1 million or $1 billion business. So in this case, can make a lot of money. Yeah. But we have a challenge. We have a bandit. So any business that you go to, you make a lot of money. There's a big chance that you also spend a lot of money. And there's a big chance that you will also being cheated and scammed. Being scammed, that means you are the person being scammed. Not you scam people, people scam you. So this big bandit is over here that is going to create a big issue for you. That means you make a lot of money, you may be bankrupt because of that bandit. Okay. Be mindful that bandit is not just losing small money. Bandit is losing huge money. That means whatever capital you have or you don't have is going to eat you up, and then eventually you go extreme situation, you go bankrupt. But of course, under any other situation, sometimes people may commit suicide because of that. Because too much to loss. A level whereby your losses may not be able to match your ability. So be careful of this spending. So in this case, one of my students, last year I told her, your bandit is here. She didn't believe, and it happens. And I told her, this year happens again. She also don't believe, and it happens. She lost about a few $1 million. And then same person, I told her 2026, another bandit comes in, 3 years bandit. One more bandit comes in. Say, Master, what to do? I have enough losses already. So sometimes is when we know it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But question is, sometimes we don't believe. What to do is only when you hit the wall, lose enough money already, then you realize that whatever is being said is true one. So we're talking about Tai Sui. In this case, I'm talking about bandit Tai Sui. Bandit Tai Sui activated, it will be activated. Regardless of whether you believe or not, it's going to be activated. One of my students, injury door activated also. I told her, and also this view door also activated. I told him, be careful. This year is you're going to lose a lot of blood. And in the very first 8 months, nothing happened. After I said already, 1 month later, he went to hospital 5 times, literally 5 times. And then another lady also very interesting. I told her, eh, this year seems to be very interesting. Have I asked her, have you buy 4D or Toto before? I said, no, not yet. So then I told her, go and buy 4D. Go buy Toto. Because she told me she have never kena before, and never strike before. I said, it's okay. Go and buy, go and buy. Then within she go and buy, within the 2 months, she strike 6 times. Every week she go and buy. And then she was like, wow, so interesting. And of course, nobody believed her. She showed us a ticket. And then I told her, yeah, it's like that one. Because once it's activated, it's activated. Okay. Uh, we have a few questions. Which asks how to become the pillar of the big opportunity. The opportunity is created by yourself. Possible, you can create your own opportunity. And can we open opportunity? We can. What is the lottery combination? Louis, you go and check. If you have the luck in this area, you will have the luck in this area. The funny part is about this kind of indirect wealth. Even if I give you the number, it doesn't mean that you will have one, you will kena one. I have a situation, another very weird situation where I moved to one of my office last year and another new office. And then after that, the new office got this particular signage, very interesting. People draw something from the previous tenant. Then there were some numbers inside. So I took the picture and sent to my staff, say, hey, all these 4D numbers seems to be interesting. If you want, you're interested, go and buy lah. So I just don't care. I mean, for the fun of it, I don't know whether it will kena or not. Then after that, I got three staff. Two of them purchase, buy. And then the other one also buy, but she bought a different number. Then after that, The number is reflected in the wall itself, the number did not come up. But the third person that bought based on the picture itself got it. She was very surprised. Then how come first two never get it? They based on the number itself. Then the third person, when she saw the number, she saw a different number, totally different number. That means visually she imagined a different number because the number was not very clear. So in that way, when I saw her chart has a indirect wealth activated in that year. So that means in a way, the number supposed to happen may not be yours because your luck is not there yet. Okay. So Louis, you want the lottery combination, you go and ask, you go and write, and then you pick, see whether you got the luck or not. Karen asks, other than being the most important person, decision maker, any other ways to mitigate the destroyer? Destroyer is just bad. Any good things about destroyer? Disruption, a norm. Yes, a destroyer person, they disrupt the norm. That means they create new things. So is that a good thing? Maybe, depending on whether you are a business or whether you are open door. Open door, you create new opportunity that never happens before. In business, you can always use destroyer as an advantage also. That means you create a new product, you create a new service. Whatever people created already, then you innovate it and become something new. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, Q&A question. If bandit is with live door and empty, is it means reduce the bandit energy? Yes, it's reduce the bandit energy, but the bandit is still there, so just be mindful. But live door is empty means that your business is also sometimes got money, sometimes no money in terms of making money. So is it a good combination? I don't think it's a good combination anyway. I mean, any live door with emptiness is not a good combination. But it doesn't mean that you cannot make money. It's just that sometimes you make money, sometimes you don't make money. Especially when you have a bandit inside the live door with emptiness means that sometimes you make money, you lose big money. Sometimes you don't make money, you also lose big money. So either way, you still lose what? So what is the point of going against the bandit? The bandit is there for a reason. So we have to be respectful. Unless you say, my business is making millions and millions of dollars every month, then it's a big business. Then if that's the case, the bandit may not be strong enough to even overcome. But it equates to the more money that you do in terms of business, the more risk you have also. So no right, no wrong, depending on how you manage the thing. Okay, Patrick said level 3. Okay, this one is not in your notes, but it's in one of the other videos that was mentioned. So how do we define level 1, level 2, level 3? How do we know the scale of the business? This one is level 1. Anything that just based on this 9 palaces, below 1 is level 1. Then the center one is level 2. Okay, then the top one is level 3. So how do we play this kind of thing? So in this case, your business is in box number 9. So it's in this category of level 3. So that is to say, your business itself will likelihood going to be high tier, high ticket items, and the kind of business that you do is a lot of zeros behind. Then level 2 is middle, then level 1 is the lowest. So if your live door is in box number 1, so let's to say if you have business, you won't be making a lot of money, but still can make, you see. So depending on where is the live door located. It can be applied to open door also. Let's say in this case, the open door is in level 2, box number 3, equates to, that means your job, like that, mid tier. Even if you high level, probably the company that you join won't be very extremely gigantic company. You won't be those kind of company whereby thousands of staff. Maybe a few hundred people staff still okay. So if your open door is in box level 1, box 8, box 1, and box 9, box 6 means your open door, your job, likelihood you join your SME, you won't join a very big company, from that perspective. So that's how we look at the level 1 to 3.
Thank you, Master Chan. So,
Mm.
Master Chan, does this apply only for destiny chart, or we can also apply this for divination purposes?
We can, depending on whether you know how to apply. Because when we talk
Okay.
about any divination, then we say, okay, based on, for example, open door, what kind of open door are we talking about? What level are we talking about? Is
All
it
right. Thank you very
important to
much.
know? Sometimes it's important to know. You know what I mean?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, we also have a couple of questions. Okay, here. How do we know which year injury door and all this happened? We will learn this later. When the open or has a black tortoise, other than losing money, any way to mitigate? Open door, black tortoise, depends on what kind of open door. If we're talking about job or are we talking about opportunity? If it's open door, there's job, then it's a black tortoise, means that this person, if possible, go and activate the black tortoise. Black tortoise means it can talk. So if you are open door, if you can have the ability to talk, then your losing money part will be kind of mitigated. Okay. Choose a job that can talk, maybe customer service or sales or whichever that can communicate with people one. Okay. Shall we ask? When the chart predicts the outcome, but we choose to ignore despite the advice, it is not respecting the chart will trigger some effect. Uh, I will say the word would trigger some effect. Is that end of the day, when the chart is telling you a specific information, we can choose to do or we can choose not to do. Then the next thing that we have to bear in mind is, can we bear the consequences? It's not about respecting. It's the chart, it's a chart, it's a date chart. So it's not bad whether you want to follow, but can we bear the consequences? So example, if based on this particular chart, box 9, there's a bandit, live door. Okay, so meaning telling us that, okay, we will have a lot of business, we will also lose a lot of money. So business 1 that we go to, company 1 we created, okay, box 9 activated, we make a lot of money, we lose a lot of money. End of the day, we still lose money because bandit comes in. Second business that we create, we still go to box number 9. The same process happen again, and again and again and again. So every business that you do, you make a lot of money and you lose even more money. So can you afford this kind of situation? If you can, it's okay lah. Let's say behind the scene, your father, mother got a lot of money, or maybe you have a lot of saving, still okay. But let's say if you are not that kind of situation, then can you afford to have this kind of thing? So it's a matter of respecting the consequences. The consequences will tell you in terms of reality, are you doing the right thing or not? Some people cannot do business one. No matter how they touch, they cannot do business. Some people cannot work one. So it's a matter of so-called going with the chart. It's like when for information, last time when I work for people, I have a very interesting situation. I cannot work in a company for more than 3 months. Ever since day one, I cannot work. Why? Either I ask the boss to leave or the boss asked me to leave within 3 months. Then after that, I realized that wow, my chart in this open door is horrifying. And that was after 20 years of going through that kind of things. And then I realized, oh, my open door is so bad. Then I realized, my forte, my focus should be something else. But end of the day is, can we afford to go against the chart? So that is something whereby you have to answer yourself. I cannot give an answer for you. Okay.